The possessors are the main bosses in each mansion in Luigi's Mansion Darkmoon, and are the key to restore the Darkmoon. With the ability to control anything, this leads to a lot of creative bosses. So let's rank them based off build-up, character design, and the fight itself. The 5th ranked and worst possessor battle, Piece of Stairs. Now the build-up was pretty good. It was racing to the top, being pushed several feet down, and fighting some gold into between just to get to this underwhelming payoff. The character design is not good. I mean, it's stairs, so not much could be done. This may have worked if the fight was good, but it's not. The fight is stupidly easy and boring. You could just run around to avoid the monster stairs until it does the jump, so you can pull the stair string, release them, suck them up, rinse and repeat 2 more times, and you win 4 out of 10. The 4th rank possessor is the clock. Now the monster staircase is the only bad possessor battle, but that doesn't mean this one is good. Mostly average. The build-up is non-existent. You just open the gate and blow on the wheel, and then immediately get pushed into the fight. So you're not disappointed as you don't have any expectations. So there's that.
Oh, it's a character fight basically.
Now it's not really a boss fight per se, as the clock is more like gives leeway to other skulls. So you fight them until you get the possessor, up till the final hour where you can suck him up for last. I guess it could be hard for getting a 3-star rank, as you'll have to fight many ghosts. But on the fight itself, it isn't too tricky. The 3rd rank possessor is the Ice Monster. By the way, these weren't the names just gave them, as they had no name. Now I know there are many people who don't like this boss, but this one is my guilty pleasure. The build-up is pretty good. The payoff isn't underwhelming, as the reveal feels threatening instead of hilariously bad or not at all. Simple but detailed enough. The fight is probably the most different, as more than half the fight is in first person, as you're shooting bombs on a sled through an ice hole to break up the monster's rocket fence. You shoot the bomb into the mouth, releasing the possessor, and try to catch him. Then start again, and the rock shield splits to the middle each time, so it becomes trickier to hit. The rock shield can also regenerate if you take too long, and you'll have to check your sled temperature, or you'll explode. Pretty good, 7 out. The 2nd rank possessor is the giant spider, the first possessor fight. Now the build-up for this fight is really good, as it's been built up within the mansion. In your last mission especially, you realize that there's a suspiciously large infestation of spiders. And at that moment when the giant spider is revealed, you found the source of it. Unlike the other bosses that were unpredictable for better or worse, that removed build-up, before now, the character design is just that, a giant spider. But the fight is really good. You stung the spider with your flashlight and suck up the ball of whip to one of the knights to set it on fire, destroying the spider web, knocking it over, releasing the ghost. You then suck it up, then run to avoid the spider dash. After that, you have to become more creative, using another knight, with a spear and a fan. You later use another ball of web to set on fire to release another knight that's much closer to set the web fire one last time to defeat the possessor. Great. 8 out of 10.
Possessor, or the 9th and Giant Knight. This is where you receive the last Darkmoon in your last mission before your final fight with King Boon. I haven't talked about the animation when you enter or the fight begins, as while the others were good, this was just too good to leave out. Being sucked into the void, to emerge and makes the tension feel real. Now the Knight's design are pretty vanilla, like all the other bosses, except the ice monster, kind of. But the purple palette does make it more menacing. The fight is actually pretty difficult. First round you have to knock the two and then off the carpet, which doesn't sound hard, but you have to knock them over at the same time, which is difficult as the Knight react differently to your movements, as some will stop, others will keep moving, losing your chance. You start in the process and it just gets harder. After that, you fight this 50-foot tall knight. To beat it, you defeat it by knocking both feet, which is hard as you're about to him on the carpet. You're pulls a fake out or moves his other foot, as well avoiding the knight's sword, things falling from the sword. And after that fiasco, suck up the professor and retrieve the Darkmoon piece. Excellent, 9 out of 10.